Okay, and so, like I said, I'm just going to quickly smash out a few quick Christmas book tags. The next one I'm going to do is the Unpopular Opinions book tag. Now, I don't need to hold up books for this. I have all my notes written here. Yeah, so I can't remember who started this one. I'll link it in the description of this video. But yeah, so this is the Unpopular Opinions book tag. The first one is a popular book or series that I didn't like. For that, I've got to go with Nevermore, the Morgan Crow series. For some reason, I just didn't vibe with this book. And yeah, I wanted to, but it's like, I didn't vibe with this book, so that's my answer for this one. A book or series no one else liked but you enjoyed. Now, according to my Goodreads, a book that not a lot of people liked but I enjoyed is Four Dead Queens by Astrid something. I'll have it on the screen. Now, I for the life of me have a shocking memory, so I can't remember for sure what this is about, but I know that I really enjoyed it. Yeah, but my memory is shocking, so I cannot remember what that book is because I read it maybe 3 years ago. But I know that I had a good time. Okay, so a love triangle, when a wrong person was the final, or an OTP you didn't like. I've got to go with To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Because I actually loved Lara Jean and John Ambrose. I loved their relationship, but then she ended up going back to Peter. Peter treated her like crap for the whole book, but she still went back to Peter. And John Ambrose was just the sweetest, most affectionate guy. Yeah, so I really feel like she should have gone with John Ambrose. And I'm not just being biased because in the movie he was played by the beautiful Jordan Fisher. I genuinely believe he was a better choice. Okay, a popular genre that I hardly reach for. For me, that's got to be historical fiction. I liked history in school, but for some reason I can't get into historical when it's in a book setting. The one exception is probably The Book Thief. I liked that story. But yeah, for the most part, I don't really like historical fiction. I can't really get into it. And yeah, I couldn't really tell you why, but I hardly reach for it. And yeah, so that's my answer for this one. The next question is a popular character you didn't like. I've got to go back to the To All the Boys I Loved Before series. I don't like Peter Kaminsky. Like, he was a tool. He was fine in the first one, I guess, but the second book, he really just became a tool. He ignored Lara Jean for essentially the whole book. And he was essentially calling her out every time that she called him out for his actions. And at the end of the book, he made one gesture, I can't say that word, and essentially all was forgiven. Yeah, so I'm not the biggest fan of Peter Kaminsky. I haven't read the final book, so he may grow on me. But yeah, liked him in the first one, hated him in the second one. Yeah. Next one is a book trope you're tired of seeing. For me, it's got to be insta-love. Like, it's not really a romance if it's insta-love because you haven't developed any chemistry with these characters. It's like, oh, you're instantly in love with this person, which means that, like, they haven't made it obvious that they're going to get together. Like, well, okay, they've made it obvious they're going to get together, but, like, you haven't built up anything between these characters. Yeah, you haven't built up anything between these characters, and I'm supposed to care about them? Or I'm supposed to care about the romance? Yeah, I hate the insta-love trope. At least build it up a little bit. Okay, And the next one is a series that I have no interest in reading. For me, that's got to be the Akatar series. Well, on paper, it seems like my kind of book. Aside from historical fiction, I don't really reach for a lot of fantasy. And yeah, I don't think that this is the type of book that I would personally get into. I tried a little bit of the first one, and I genuinely did not like it. So I think I'm just going to stay away from that series altogether. Okay. Oh, I skipped a question, actually. So I'll go back to a question. So an author that you can't really get into. For me, that's got to be Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've tried a couple of her books in the past, and while I admire her writing style, just story-wise, it's not for me. And the last question is a movie or TV series that's better than the book. For me, that's got to be The Umbrella Academy. Now, The Umbrella Academy is one of my favorite movies. Oh, sorry, not movies. One of my favorite TV shows. It's probably my favorite adaptation of a book, or in this case, graphic novels. And because the graphic novels, it kind of skips over a lot of what the show went into. Like, yes, the show changed it up, but like, it's a graphic novel, so it's like there's not really a lot. Yes, there's not a lot of source material to work with in the first place, but the book did it. But the adaptation of The Umbrella Academy did it a lot better than the graphic novels. So, that's it. And that is it for this tag, and that is it for the Unpopular Opinions book tag. I'm sure you will disagree with some of these, that's why it's called the Unpopular Opinion book tag, but this is my unpopular opinion, so we'll leave it at that. Okay, bye.